Yeah, almost on time, 12:01. I see Tony Wallows in the room. Great guys in the room. Josh Kinder Gaming, whatever's in the room. Morning to all of you if it's appropriate. Good afternoon to all of you if it's appropriate. I'm filling in for Doug today. I was actually going to do a real quick thing this morning, put Doug's little cameo picture up in the upper left hand corner, but I didn't really get motivated enough to do that. So we'll just give a shout out to Doug, who's taking a day off and asked me to let everyone know he would not be streaming, and I moved mine up by a half hour. Get an audio video check, please, in the YouTube chat room, and I'll get started. Poor Doug. Okay, I guess we have a confirmation of the audio working over there. And it looks like I'm a little bit off on there. So let me move this way. There we go. Uncomfortable, but I'm centered now. Sounds good, Ken. Okay, cool. So I made this yesterday. Um, Basically, it's just something for the high school thing we got coming up on the 17th of this month. As you can see, I put my picture and Dee Dee and Bob's picture in there with high school pictures, followed by um, our reunion pictures we just had. And if you come up here and turn the text off, then you can get an idea of the differences in 1977 versus 2022. Same three people, just different pictures. And then I had this one in there already where it scrolls up. I just changed the numbers in there, and I like how that scrolls, so that was pretty cool. And then I made, of course, it's going to be the last one I go to. There we go. Then I made this one, and when you scroll through it, it starts out at an angle, different colors, different lines, different colors, different words, different lines, and then it scrolls over the other way, and then it scrolls back this way. So, yeah. Oh, I remember those days back when I was in the military and actually in the civilian life. So, most of this is accomplished, as you know, right here. There's no separation of what this is. They're all on the same sheet of music, so to speak. And I'll show you how I accomplish this, and then I'm going to move on. So let's just say I wanted to add one more piece of media in there. We'll go to the media bin, and by now you should know this is how you get started with things. I guess I can delete this. I don't need it any longer. Probably going to delete that whole program, truth be known, and I can delete this. It apparently when you update Amazon Photos, you have to reinstall it. It's about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So I'll grab this picture from Greg, and I'll bring it in here, and then we'll drag it down to the timeline. We'll throw it on the timeline, and for now, I'm just going to get this out of my way so I can add um, one more piece of video. There's a reason why I moved those, and I'll show you in a second. So now that takes place over the last picture, which if you shut these off so you can see what, and you're just muting them. I just call it shutting them off so you can see what you're doing. So now we have absolutely nothing there. So if I turn the picture I just brought in back in, it's there. If I bring the text in and scroll, it's there. Same with that text, but you can't really see that text because of the contrasted colors or whatnot. So turn all these back on. So everything's got like basically an order. If I were to take this out and drop this down and drop that down and put this on top, then that's going to take place over everything because it's on the top. Think of it as layers. In here, it's nodes. Nodes is what makes things work. In here, it's layers. So whatever's on the top layer or the top of this chart right here, it's going to take precedent. If I hide that, we're back to normal. Now, a little quick and dirty way you could do this if you don't want to resize it. See, I can resize that. I can go in here and make sure I'm on the right picture. Scroll up here, make sure I'm on the right picture. Yeah, I am. So I'm going to transform it. I can zoom it down. I can zoom it out. I can move it left. I can move it right. And of course, I can move it up and down, down and up. That's no big deal. We know that. So to reset everything, Control Z, or you can hit this backwards key right here. It puts it back where it's supposed to be to begin with. Another way you can do this is you can offset these. You can take, let's just say I wanted to make that my base picture. I'd bring it down to the bottom, and then I would just start offsetting these pictures. Huh, I did that again. I'll get rid of that. So can I not, I do this all the time and I don't realize it. Control Z, Control Z, Control. I want to get rid of this stupid black thing right here. I'm going to delete that track. I think I deleted a picture as well. In fact, I know I deleted a picture as well. But when you Control Z, it brings the picture back. So I'm not real sure why that did that. I should be able to offset each and every one of these starting at the bottom. If I take this one and then this one and then this one and this one and then this one, scroll back up and then grab this one. Now when I play this, oops, I missed one somewhere. Oh, this is my base one. So when I play this now, what'll happen is as this plays across, since I didn't move the text, it's going to sit right there. And then as it gets to these different pictures, they're just going to pop into the screen at their assigned locations. It didn't change and doesn't change where they're at. It just changes at which point in time they're going to appear. I'm probably going to reuse this tonight, and I'm going to fine tune it a little bit. And I'm going to change that picture, obviously, but you get the general idea. So I'm going to Control Z this. I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to now go into my file, my project manager. I'm going to close this for now. So I get to a one. I think this might be what I'm looking for. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is it. So yesterday, after the debacle of what I was trying to do, I went into here and I went and got me a photograph and I got Doug. So what I was thinking about doing a while ago was just taking this like this and going over here to Fusion and adding an ellipse. I want to show you guys something here I keep forgetting about. So if you click on this button and it's red highlighted, and I don't have my little gizmo thing going today, but if it's red highlighted, click on the effect or what you want to have happen up here, and it will automatically add it. And if it needs a merge, it'll add a merge. If it doesn't need a merge, it won't add a merge, etc. So I'm going to click on highlighted. I want to make a circular merge, and there it is. So now I want to put this over here on my viewer, because what I want to do now is I want to come back over here. So I need to move my circle to the right. So I'm going to go over to my ellipse. I'm going to move it to the right. I'm going to center this right on Doug right here, and I'm going to bring this down like that. I'm going to bring this down like that. Bring it down. And again, if you want this to be a perfect circle, if you don't want to eyeball it, you can come over here to these two numbers, and as long as the two numbers match, it's a perfect circle. Right now, that's not a perfect circle. I go back over here, and it's pretty close. So I want to, again, make sure I'm on the ellipse. I want to, you can do it in either one. You can actually grab it right here and do it there as well. And then you can move it over here. I just like working over here for some reason. I'm going to bring this down just a tad because I don't want that blue in there. And I think that's pretty cool. That looks all right. I'm going to go back over here. And if I want to really I have to go take the ellipse off to affect this, and that's fine. So you see right here, I still got a little bit of blue, yet over here in this one, I do have a little bit of blue. So I thought I got rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. And then my ellipse is made. I like how it looks. That's okay there. Actually, that's okay. I'm going to go with that. So watch this. We're going to render this out. We're going to call this Doug's Day Off. I'm not going to put it in my high school reunion. I'm just going to throw it in the main file for right now. MP4 render. I don't even look at them. It's going to take probably 5 seconds. Yeah, about 3 seconds. So now I will go over here to my main channel because I don't know what this is looking like. Alright, that looks alright. I'm a little big in OBS, but I can deal with that. So I'm going to go into OBS itself. I can't show you this because it will mirror. And I'm going to minimize all this. Davinci Resolve. Go to my data drive. Go to here. Go to my completed projects. Doug's Day Off is going to be right there because it's alphabetical. And there we go. So now I'm actually going to employ that by going to OBS, going into where I'm at. I guess that's considered a media source. I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not really awake yet. And all I'm doing is I'm going to go find Doug's Day Off. And then I'm going to add Doug's Day Off to the stream. I'm just going to, oops, where'd Doug's Day Off go? That's interesting. There he is. He's hiding up here in a corner. So somehow, I'm going to cheat. Wow, you know what? I'm about to start this entire project all over again because Doug's day off. In fact, I'm clearly going to start this all over again because I'm not sure what happened. Try this again. Live and unscripted, live, unpracticed, unscripted, as it happens, and you see the mistakes. Yay. Speedy C, hello. Tony Wallow, Greg Guy, Robert Michael, and I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I probably mentioned you once before. I'm going to bring this side in as best I can by grabbing that. Put that one right there. And I think I'm going to have to redo this because Doug is a little bit. Damn it, why does that keep going away like that? That's interesting. I may have some computer issues. I'll turn it off. Turn it back on. There we go. Okay. And he goes away again. I do not get it. Turn him back on, and he's there. Now, I'm not worried about Doug being bigger than I am because I can always do this. And we can put him up here. And hopefully he doesn't go away. Now, I could go back into Davinci and make the blackness go away in the background by going over to the Fusion page, putting a background in there and making it transparent, and that will do that. But for now, this is fine. So, but wait, where did Doug go? Oh, Doug went away. Why'd Doug go away? Okay, so there's obviously an issue with this. You get the general. If I turn it off and back on, he shows up. I'm not sure why. I'm going to sit here for just a second and see if I can figure this out. Hey, I'm telling you, Speedy. Yeah, see, that should not be happening. Oh, I'm an idiot. Your host is an idiot. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay? It is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. QFA, QFA. Does anyone know why it's doing that? Meanwhile, I'll go see if I can figure out why. I know why it's doing it. I don't understand start over. Okay, good morning. We're going to restart at 12:19. I'll be right back. And I'm going to restart the entire show, and then it won't be live and unrehearsed because I will have attempted it once, but I'll bet you it'll still be just as horribly bad as it is now. So I'm going to go see something in here and see if this makes a difference. And we have a winner. Winner He's such a sharp cookie. I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell ya. Right. It was on a. It was running on a 15-second or 5-second or whatever I made it. Video. Done. Not going to come back. If I loop it. Done. Done. That was my bad. So Doug, how are you this morning? How's your day off going? Now, if I was really prepared this morning, what I would have done is I would have went and caught audio of Doug and had an interaction with Doug while he's at the cabin on this stream. I actually thought about it when I woke up, but I knew I didn't have enough time to do that, so that is why that didn't happen. But Wintermoot, you are correct. It is that. Going back to Ghost in the Machines. So as some of you know, last night, while I was doing the live stream, the Roku decided to not work. For lack of knowing anything else better to say, it just didn't want to work. And rather than my beautiful, lovely wife coming to me and saying it don't work, she takes the remote and starts pushing buttons. Okay. As soon as she pushed the button, it did several things. It made it making a horrendous noise. It made it doing all kind of weird, interesting, crazy, neat little things. And by that time, it's beyond my 15-second repair to get back here and stream. So I had to end the stream early, and I was in there messing around with it. And I got this brilliant revelation that, oh wait, I also set this up on Fire Stick. I'll go see if I'll go see if I can get this to work on the Fire Stick. It's not the right official fix, but if it works, she gets to watch the Philippine channel, and I get to go back to doing what I was doing. It worked, and she got to watch a little bit of Filipino TV. So after I ended the Zoom last night, I went in and I watched the last half hour or so of the movie Kingpin with Woody Harrelson, and I believe it was Randy Quaid and some woman I still don't even know. I went to change it. The Fire Stick won't work. Oh, great. So I'm thinking hot batteries. You know, usually it's the batteries. Check the batteries. Batteries are good. And I get a new set of batteries out. I got 3 sets of batteries out. All 3 sets, the Fire Stick comes on, or the remote comes on. I'm at a loss. I really am. And I'm frustrated about now. Then I thought, I'll check connections. Somehow maybe she got up and messed with the wires or whatever. Well, she didn't. I unplugged it, plugged it back in. Parts of the Fire Stick worked, parts of the Fire Stick did not work. When I unplugged it, it reset the date again. This time, not June 15th, 2015, but June 22nd, 2015. Once I changed the date to proper time and date, everything was fine. So then I thought, maybe this is what's wrong with the Roku. So I actually followed the instructions that Photo Mix Media provided, and I was able to clear the cache on the Roku, but then it doesn't work. Great. Cache is cleared. Yay. Doesn't work. Boo. So then I unplugged it, waited the appropriate time, and it did work. Long story short, about 4:45 this morning, I finally got on the Roku her Filipino, it's called I Want TFC, to work. So she was happy. Yay. Going back to what I did yesterday. Time maybe to teach the wife no, Greg, the time is, honey, what show do you want to watch? I'll take the remote with me, and if something goes wrong, you have to call me. So a little bit about, I want to practice what I was telling you guys yesterday. I went in and I got me an image, which is Doug, and I just started playing around. The first thing I did was I started messing around with the zoom. Okay, over here in the inspector. Now, if you bring an image down, oh, Ken, that sounds pretty cool. Let's use your criminal self here. And you bring my criminal self in here, and you click on it, and the inspector doesn't come up. Up here in this upper right hand corner is the inspector. This is where all the action takes place. Click on that, and the inspector's there. Now I'm going to make this screen as big as I can, because I'm just going to show you what up here does when you're doing it down here. Yeah, that's not working because I don't have it on. So zooms it on the axis, X and Y axis together, as long as it's linked, locked, whatever you want to call it. If you unlock these and you zoom the X axis, it does this. If you zoom the Y axis, It does that. Pretty simple stuff. So I'm going to hit this and put it back to the way it was. And you'll see instantly I took the lock away. We zoom it down. We zoom it down. When you hit this, it puts everything back the way it used to be. Then the next thing is basic stuff. Left, right, up and down. Rotation angle just changes the rotation of the picture. Again, this button right here. Anchor point, I have not messed with that. I don't know what that is, so I can't really say. Pitch and yaw. Ooh, boy. My name is Codehead. Now, I'm not sure why. I'm going to put... Excuse me. Put those back. I'm trying to turn the microphone off. I don't think I'm being too successful at it. I apologize for the cough. Well, I figured out how to turn the microphone on and off. So, cropping, if it's on, you can crop it. That has nothing to do with cropping. Oh, when you bring it up, then you can crop it left. It's just all basic, simple stuff. Crop it right. So I'm going to get out of that for now. Dynamic zoom. You can have linear zoom. Ease in, ease out. Ease out. Or you could ease in and ease out both. Since it's a static picture, it's not really going to do anything. But it's going, that's what little bit of dynamic. I didn't do anything but turn on dynamic resume. Not much there. So we'll turn that off. And then the picture just sits right there. Speed change, stabilization, you can get in there. Retiming and scaling, I've already explained that a little bit. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to turn Doug off. Sorry, Doug. Besides, you're cameoing it on my stream right now anyway. So the next thing I did is I turned off the media pool. And I thought, let's start looking at effects. So you go to the effects tab. And you bring up your effects. Go to the toolbox, go to video transitions, and then it's going to show you what the video transitions are. So since there's two pictures there, it actually wants to do what it's supposed to do. I am actually going to turn Doug back on, and I'm going to bring him over here, and I'm going to shorten these down a little bit. So this is at a 15-second. I'm going to actually make it a 5-second clip. Same thing with Doug. You do that, right click, change the duration right here, arrow over. You can delete it, 0, change, and now Doug, these are both 5-second, and there's a reason for that. Okay, and you'll see that reason here in just a minute. I need to see the time. 29 minutes. Okay, cool. We're good on time. So you take your dissolve effect, and whatever this is over, it's going to show you. So you bring this down, you grab this, and because it's not a video, well, there it is. I'm going to move this, Control Z. I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to put it over both both of the images or videos or whatever. I'm going to bring my playhead to here, and I'm going to see what it does. Oh, it dissolves from picture 1 into picture 2. Cool. Get rid of that one. Don't want to see that one. Same thing with here. And you kind of get an idea right here what it's doing because you can see it kind of previews it. And even though the playhead is here, it's telling you when you go from this to this is what it's going to do. Cross dissolve, the same thing. So I went through here and played with every one of these, okay? Every one of these. That's pretty cool. Let's bring that down there and put it there. Bring the playhead across, hit play, and that's pretty cool. So get rid of that. Iris in, cross lines. You get the idea. You get the general idea. I'm going to go through here. Barn door. Who let the dog out? Anyway, you can push it, which is pretty much the same thing as a barn door. It's just a singular door, in my opinion. Slide it. You can split it. You get the idea. So if Rick was watching, I would tell him just do this and find what he likes. Find what works for him. Okay? Because not everything is going to work for everybody. Greg made a good point. Simple for me to a point and confusing to some of you. Yes, I agree. Believe me, it was confusing to me, and it still is confusing to me. Camera shake. I'm going to use this one with the Josh Kinder thing I do. I think that's going to be appropriate right there. Anything to do with Josh is going to have that in it from now on. Circles. Now this one's interesting. I want you guys to remember this one here. Circles. Those are white circles. I'm going to bring that one down and put it right there. And then I'm going to play it. And it just transitions from one to the other. So we're going to bring this back to here. Get rid of the circles. So I'm not going to go through each and every one of these. I did that yesterday. Tunnel of Light I happen to like. I just think that one's so cool. I just really like that. I would like to manipulate it to where it kind of stops right there. But it is what it is. So the warp, yeah, it warps it around. It's pretty cool. Zoom in, zoom out. And then you have down here Resolve. I like this one. I do actually like this one. I like that. I think that's a pretty neat looking little effect. I'll get rid of it. Then you go to audio transitions. Well, I don't have any audio in here because there's no green line under here and there's nothing under audio 1. So we can skip that. Titles, same thing. You just go through here and it tells you there's how I do the scrolling title. It's nothing special. Simple text, text plus, background and reveal. Background reveal in the lower, call out. I like that one. Center reveal, circles A. Oh, wait. I need to get rid of this transition, so I got to go back to where it was at. How many go was that? I want this one to go away. Go back up here, undo, undo, undo. Well, why is it not going away? Oh, the fire effect. Because I need to be on video transitions. Nope, 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 nope. I need to be on this one. Nope. What if I right click and delete the, there we go. So audio, nope. Titles, circles. Oh, look. Circles. You could do this a couple ways. You can bring your circles and put it on top. And I made this, by the way. I just took the one and expanded on it. Or you can, this is the same thing. And then this was the final. I think one of these, I think this is the final. Or you can drag it. No, this one you can't. I stand corrected. This one you have to put on that, which I found interesting. Some effects you can put in when they're a transition, and some effects, that's what this is. This is an effect of this. So get rid of that. Clean and swipe, text again, text again. So down here, I think it's under text. Yeah, Darren's YouTube, but it's not there because if I bring this down here and try to use it, go over to it, go over to the Fusion page, because this was created in Fusion. It's not there because there's no media for it. So I'm going to find that later today, well, or tonight. You can see right here it says media offline. That's because it can't find the media, which is fine. So scroll, scroll, scroll. You just go through here. You don't necessarily have to start at the beginning. You can just go straight down the line and get it. I kind of like that one. Bring it down here and see what it looks like. That's kind of cool, kind of different. So just go through here, bring up some media and see what you want to do. Once you get comfortable with that, then you want to start doing the fusion stuff and or putting things together. I didn't think about subtitles yet. That's pretty neat. Anyway, generators, same thing. Tells you what it is. So we'll just use the use this one. Again, it goes above or below for that matter. And then it just does this. And you can come over here and grab the end and make it as long or short as you want. Kind of like a, please stay tuned for Doug Betts. Oh, wait, Doug, where'd Doug go? Oh, there he is, type of thing. Our lights are flickering. That's not good. Yeah, this one's pretty popular. 4/4 gradient. They go in there and they will just bring this over here. You change your color. So let's say I want the upper left to not be red. I want the upper left to be, let's just say this color here. You hit OK. And I want the lower right to be that color there. That's okay. So that's pretty neat. And then if you go into Fusion, you can actually put, which I should be able to do this way too. Yeah, see, I can do it that way too. I can put it below it. And again, order. Whatever's on top is what's going to be on top. And if it's small enough that it reveals the background, which this does, that's why you still see those in there. You can do the same thing over in the Fusion tab. These are preset effects, by the way. And you can do, if I go over here to Fusion, I can basically do the same thing. I can disconnect my media. I'm not going to use this media. Oh, still connected. I can disconnect this media. I can grab a background. I can grab a, I don't even know what it is. For now, let's just connect that. I go into my background and change the color. And you can change this to do the same thing. It's involved, but it can be done. To get 4/4 background, you're going to have 4 backgrounds, 4 merges, 5 merges, original merge, yeah, 5 merges, and you're going to change each background. And then in my mind, I know how it would happen. I'm not even going to go down that road right now today. Maybe that will be a project for later on down the road. So I'm going to put this back the way that it was, not that it matters. Go back to here. So we'll go through here and we're done with that. That's pretty cool. noise gradient. Now, noise gradient, oddly enough, noise gradient is the same as noise gradient. And why is my noise gradient? Because the scale is off a little bit. And then you can change all of this around. Pretty cool. It's the same thing. Just this one's a little bit more defined. Moving on, we go into effects, and then you get into fusion effects, the binoculars, the TV, this, the DVE, which we all know that, my favorite one, night vision, pretty cool, video call, nothing there. OpenFX, and a lot of these did not used to work because I didn't have the paid version. Now that I have the paid version, every one of these work. So, whatever you see in here, you could actually do in Fusion if you're smart, which I'm not. I found a really cool one yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can find it now. It was with Doug. So let me put the playhead over Doug. I think it was right in here. Yeah, that one there. I think this is it. This is similar to it. I really like how that looks. That's pretty neat. And you can check them out and see what they do, if you like them or not. If you like them, bring it down. Oh, that's pretty neat. It works here. Yeah, poor Doug can't even get the day off. Yeah, I'm probably going to hear a little bit about that. So it's interesting. I can see it here, but I can't use it here. Or did I use it here? Just don't realize it. No, I did not. Color generator, color planet grid, 3D keyer. I think has to be done in Fusion. Luma keyer, probably take out specific colors. The glow. Okay, maybe I need to go back to there we go. You put it on the image itself or on the video itself. Okay, figured that out. Unfortunately, that's my rabbit hole. When something doesn't work the way it's supposed to, I am going to try to figure it out as quickly as I can. Beauty. Ha! I don't see where that's helping Doug out at all. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Depth map. You can go through these as quickly as you would like or slowly as you would like. And I highly recommend you get in there and play with them. Um, there it is. Edge detect. I like that one. I like both of the ones I showed you. I like this one. So we'll bring edge detect down and figure out how to use it. So you put it in there, and now it's edge detect on Doug. Pretty neat. Right click and remove the attributes. No, let's try that again. Right click, delete the attributes if you can't find it, or just Control Z gets rid of it that way. Emboss, kind of cool. Mirror, kind of, eh. Um, so what I'm going to do later today, that's kind of neat. I'm going to find the one I made. So we don't need to beat this anymore. This is cool. I think you get the general idea now. Didn't really like that one. I don't see what that really does. I do like the waviness though. I played around with it a little bit. And then when you play this, it does that. I do like that. That's pretty cool. So we're going to bring this back to the middle. Boy, I'm good at grabbing the wrong thing. Control Z out of that. So we'll go to the next one, filters. We'll open up filters. We'll go to Resolve FX. And there are no filters because we're already there. We'll close that. Audio, not there. So I don't know where it's at. It's got to be in titles because it was a title, but the one I made is not here. It's here, but I'm just not seeing it. The zipper, I didn't really like that. I played around with that a little bit. And you have upper controls. So we'll change the upper controls to blue. And then you have the lower controls. And we'll change that to this. Actually, brighten that a little bit. And then you can change your font in there right here, whatever you want. Everything is just a matter of seriously getting in there and seeing, oh, what does this do? How can I make this work for me? How can I get this to do what I want it to do for me? And then you just simply go in and do it. And you can put the text anywhere you want. You can put anything anywhere you want. You really can. If I wanted to take Doug right here and position him over here, I can do that. And put him over here. I can make half a Doug. You can split Doug in half. You can do whatever you want. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to show you something else. I just remembered. So I want to zoom this completely out. Oh no, we've lost Doug. You can either click right here to bring Doug back, or you can hit the one up at the top, which whatever you do down here. So let's bring Doug back this way first. Let's say I go down here to the pitch. I do that. And let's say I go down here to the rotation. I do that. Let's say I take the Y and I do this. And then let's say I unlink them and I get rid of Doug. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Well, the top one right here, any changes you've made below it, one click fix, sets it all back to 0. Pretty cool. I mean, super cool. So how do we put this all in perspective? Hi, Ken Sr. and Ken Jr. Yes, that is true. So what do I use this for? Well, as you all know, I've done a couple things for people outside of just me. And this is what I've pretty much done. All right, now I'm back to a clean slate. So if I was actually going to do something, and I'm going to kill the next 11 minutes, if I was actually going to do something, I would go in here and change my settings to 30. I'm stuck on that. I've not played around with anything in here, although I need to, but I haven't. What's that, Doug? Oh, Doug says he's got to go. Okay, Doug, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day off. Have a good day. See you now. Bye. Doug had to leave. So go to your media pool. It's always going to start out with, it's always actually going to start out, in my case, on the cut page. I don't understand the cut page. Probably will never understand the cut page because I probably will never take the time to learn the cut page. Now, having said that, I didn't think I'd take the time to learn some of the stuff I've learned. So we'll go into here, grab a media. We'll just grab this handsome devil right here, and we'll bring it down to the timeline. This is set for 15 seconds by default because gives the reason I do that, gives me this huge box to work with. I can't work with that little bitty doggone box. So now I can do anything I want in here. So what do I want to do with this? Let's jump over here to not Fusion. Let's jump over to the color tab. Anything that's here carries over to Fusion, carries over to the color tab. Pretty good. I guess back in the day, you had to do all this manually. Now it's like there's your beginning. Oh, I want to add an effect, or I want to manipulate it. Oh, I want to change the coloring. And believe me, I'm not going to change the coloring. But let's just say I wanted to come up here and add something to this. So I'm going to go to my search bar right here, and I'm going to type in, let's see if planar tracker comes in. Nope, planar tracker is not available there. So let's go surface tracker. Surface tracker is, well, let's just see if there's a daggone stupid tracker. Let's not get fancy about it. Let's just see if there's a tracker. TRAC. Nope, surface tracker, the only one that's available. So abstraction, no clue. Tracker, I do know what it works. So I'm going to bring it, I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to put it right here. This basically is going to be better for anything that moves. So a static picture is not good, but I think this might work. I'm going to get rid of that by doing that, but I'm also going to go bring it right back. I'm going to actually not put it there. I'm going to put it over the picture itself. Shoot. Okay, this will work. So I'm going to grab it and I'll put it over the picture itself. Now, it's there because this box popped up and says Surface Tracker. I'm going to go grab some bounds. A bound is nothing more than an area. So I'm going to put right here, right here, right there, and right there. And let's take this bound and put it right there. Let's put this bound right there. Okay, this is my area. If I click on mesh, it tells me this is what it's going to be. If I want it to be a little bit more defined, I click that. I know it's going to get the whole area. I then track it. There's absolutely nothing to track, but I'm going to track it anyway. Beginning to end. This may or may not work. It's a static picture. This should not take this long, and I hope it gets done in the next 5.5 minutes so I can maybe do what I'm trying to do. While that's doing that, I'm going to go over here and not get any media because it's doing this. Okay, I learned something. While it's doing that, I'm going to go grab some coffee. Be right back. Well, I figured that would be done by now. Simple. It's actually simple. There's no movement to it. It doesn't have really anything to track. There's probably an easier way to do this. This is just the way. I'll go catch up on chat. and I'm caught up on chat. Um, yeah, I need an image of Josh breaking something, that's for sure. Thank you, Speedy. See, those are all pretty much defined effects, and they are pretty wild. But and again, in Fusion, man, you can whatever your imagination can think of, you can seriously create it. And you just create it, and then you remember how to when you save it, what you name it, so you can go find it. I've got an effect out there right now that I can't find. I think maybe tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can't find it. Quick announcement: tonight's show will be a little earlier. Mrs. K informed me just a few minutes ago. She's actually going to work till 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll drop her off tonight, pick her up at 6 in the morning. Then you go look at your results, and this box is the results. So you want to put your corners where you want this stuff. So I want this bottom corner to be that corner. I want this bottom corner to be that corner. I want this top corner to be that corner. And I want this corner to be that corner. Now, we want to put something in there. To do that, you have to right click here and you have to add an OFX input. Okay, then we're going to go to the media pool and we're going to go grab some media, and we're going to grab Greg's fish. We're going to bring it from there to here, and then we're going to grab the green dot, which is the output, and put it to the green dot, which is the input, and lo and behold, we have that. Now you're saying to yourself, but Ken, I can't see the other fish and I see a black line. Correct, you cannot. So how do we fix that? We have to go back to the tracker itself. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I know it can be done, and you can manipulate where this is at. So let's take this away. Go back into wow. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So how do I get back to that? That's the surface tracker, and it's on the. Okay, so I want to grab this one and bring it out here a little bit, I think. Now I'm going to grab this, bring it back down, bring it back like that. You can pull this any way you want. There we go. So let's get more of the fish in there like that. And let's get the like that. And let's get this one like that. Or better yet, I could track the whole thing and then start this over here and bring the small fish in there. But you get the idea. You get the idea, and I can manipulate what angle it's at. This is going to put, I could actually track my nose and put this on my nose if I wanted to. So then there's that. Now we're going to grab I don't think it needs to be alpha to alpha. Yeah, that's not going to make any difference. And then I don't need to put a output node because there's absolutely nothing in the background. Although now I like this effect. This is what I mean by messing around. I like that. I'm going to go see what that looks like over here. I like that. Just my weird way of looking at things, but I do like how that looks. So, Rick, if you're watching, Long Dog, if you're watching, anyone that's interested in Davinci Resolve or video editing or whatever, I recommend Davinci Resolve. Get the free version, mess around with it if you like it, and there's effects you need or want or would like to use but can't have and need the paid version. It's well worth it. It's a perpetual license, which I guess means lifetime. Um, yeah, I'm happy with it. I've been through Sony Vegas Pro, Shot Link, I think it was, or Shotcut, or yeah, Shot Link, Shotcut, um, Photoshop, a couple other ones. I like this one. To me, it's the easiest and simplest to understand. And now that I'm starting to actually stop watching tutorials and try to self-teach myself. Hey, Rick's here. Good, Rick. Hi, Rick. Um, I just, it's the way to go. It really is. No, I'm not being sponsored by Blackmagic, Davinci Resolve. Would I like to be? Sure. Would I like to get free gadgets to work with? Sure. I'm not an idiot. I would love to have that little gizmo machine that costs $700 that you can push the buttons and move the knobs and do that instead of trying to do it with my mouse. Yeah, no doubt. But that's pretty neat. And like always, if you get someplace where you like, and let's just say, oh, you know what? I don't want that big fish in there. It's just a simple click. I don't know if I take the alpha out over here. Should go away too. And as you see all the background noise, background um, noise, best word. The lines. When you go over here to the edit page, you shouldn't see. Well, okay, you do see it because I didn't do it right. So I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Being the professional that I'm not. I just want to see if I can make those red lines go away on the edit page, and I cannot. So I must not have done a good job of getting the red out, but that's fine. And then you can render it out. Not going to do that. We all know what rendering does. It puts it so you can go back and use it later and or watch it and or post it and or do whatever you want with it. So with that, oh wait a minute, we have a special guest coming back in. Hey Doug. Oh, Doug wanted to get some final words in. What's that? You'll be back tomorrow. 7 o'clock. Grandpa Doug plays Fortnite. Got you, Doug. Got you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night then, or tomorrow morning. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for letting me have your half hour. I'll see everyone tonight. It will be early. Mrs. K is working at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for letting me share what little bit of knowledge I have on this. I do like doing this, even though sometimes it's very nonsensical and makes no sense at all. I'm running for governor or mayor. Is it governor or mayor? Anyway, I want to run this street. I'll see you guys tonight. Wait, it's got to be this hand. Which hand's it got to be? Bye. The boy is crazy. Crazy.